Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of the United States. We just took over Bosnia. Look at that. Look at Bosnia. What did Bosnia do? They attacked Serbia. I have no idea why. But that's what happened last episode. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. We're dealing with Bosnia now. Oh, look at that. We made the World News Network, the WNN. And we just got hypersonic missiles too, you know, something that we've had 20. This is some BS. We've had things that have flown hypersonically since the 60s, 70s, maybe. Like, we were doing this when jet engines first came out. They're just not practical. They're super expensive. What a sham. Also, apparently, if you just have 500 million slow-moving drones that cost cardboard and what is that, styrofoam, seems to work just as well. Force Congress into an emergency session. Oh yeah, when they sat in the park. This is actual news. This is pretty recent, actually. This is interesting. We demand Texas to stand down. No, let the courts end this legally. Yeah, no, we're gonna go force Congress into an emergency session, I think. Bosnia has capitulated in these dark times where America is expanding into other continents. Yes, dark times, that's what it is. We bring our own peace to the regions. It's debatable. Probably more peaceful than they would have been. Let's see. $800 days. Too long. Let's go with maybe some high-tech and like air-to-ground weapons. That may be the play. Or we could just get all our subset of equipment done. But yeah, we need air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons, and we're good there? Okay. Well, let's... 4,000 days is a lot. How many years ahead? 15? I think we can get our research higher before we start that. Much higher. Yeah, because... that's 20 years. That's a lot. I think we go out of this tree completely, honestly. Let's see. Helicopters, where are we at? 2035. We're in 2025. So ships. Alright, carrier hulls, cruiser hulls. We do need these. Ingalls. Just cause I've heard of that. I think the war payment needs to end, so that'll stop when we get our next bill through. How's Bosnia looking, or Serbia? Sorry. Yeah, I figured they'd switch over to fight for autonomy. And we're continuing to build. We've got forces in Bosnia right now. As we had that naval invasion. Banja Luka or Banja Luka? Oh, almost forgot. We gotta maintain our Canadian influence, guys. Canadian influence. We must build Oil facilities, power plants all over Canada. This, every single territory must have an oil power plant. Enemy firewall. So Pakistan and some backdoor access over there is done. So they had the best protections they could have. It was the hardest thing we've ever cracked. But we did it, boys. We did it. Alright, so we're gonna track down these high value targets, I guess. Are we not rescuing these people? Are we just leaving them there? We should probably rescue them, right? Where's this guy? Iran? Oh, that's not good. Okay. Let's get this guy going somewhere. Maybe here? No, that's not where we were. Maybe it was where we were. Oh, that's not good if we have to build it up from scratch. He's got 170 days. He's dead. He's absolutely dead. Well, it's nice knowing this guy. What's his name? Sparrow, Gavin Long, the veteran. Yeah, dude's a goner. I don't know when he got captured, but it probably was not recently. Probably during the war. President Trump here has done some Trump things. The next election is in this year, I guess. That is 2024. I didn't realize that. You know, we're kind of free to do whatever we want now. I don't really have to focus on anything. There's no tree. I'm not worried about that. Hmm. 90 billion. Oh, Lexington Convention. Political power gain reduction. Well, now it's an immigration issue. Okay. Can we you know what? You know what? We just need to go to the source. That's what needs to happen. Venezuela, what do you got going on here? 6% world tension, and you are an autonomous region of Brazil with a very weird flag. I don't believe that is the normal Brazilian flag, guys. Well, that's unique. I mean, we have like special options. No, we do not. I think we could take this. That would help our political power for sure. Hmm. Well, we need to invest in Canada again. All our money goes to the Canadian people to build toxic oil power facilities. That they know they want. Yeah, we definitely want autonomous fighters. Let's do that. That's cool. But it is the most efficient way to fuel and power the world right now. Otherwise, people would do something else. It's kind of how the economy works. But that's... There we go. Excavation. We get resource gain increase. We should get this turbine engine ahead of time by a year. So we'll get it right on the date. I don't... Why do we have this? I don't want this. Get rid of that. We can't afford like infantry units. What madness is that? We're America. We spend fuel here. We spend lots of fuel on mechanized divisions. See what doctrines we have. Yeah, we have plenty of points, so we're gonna go ahead and just spend all that. Cool. And then naval doctrine, torpedoes. We definitely want them to be more effective. Ship recovery and repair is huge. And we can get this now. We're finished there. Don't forget about it. Yeah, we went tank doctrine, which is an interesting choice. This will be artillery. We definitely want to go IFV. Yeah. Light infantry, motorized. I really don't have another choice there, do I? Yeah, so we're just gonna go with regular infantry, I think, for this. Yeah, we're not even gonna use motorized infantry. What am I talking about? We'll just use regular light infantry at some point for bodies. Um, Definitely want them to have better organization. Yeah, I don't care if they have heart attack. More org. Their heart attack is so small anyway, what does it matter? So is their offensive capabilities. Definitely defense. Like, they're just going to be delaying units. Oh, and we used a lot of it. Okay, cool. We have auto cannons now. So let us get the spear gun. We'll go with Alliant Technology Systems or Raytheon. Raytheon for anti-air. I just feel like Raytheon should be making anti-air. I don't really have any purpose for that. Canada needs more fuel plants. Right here. Apparently not on the lake, but right there. I'll get this going here. Somewhere there. Oh, I lost one somewhere else too. Right there. All right, cool. Cool. Yeah, we're gaining some money now. How's our autonomy looking? All right, we'll go ahead and annex Serbia. All right, so that was mission accomplished there. Construction, we can go ahead and cancel all of this madness. Get back to building power plants and factories. Power plants and factories all over. Our unemployment rate is spiking even more. How many units did we just acquire? Delete, disband all that. Interrogation techniques. Complete this mission. Can we rescue our guy? Nope. We're probably not gonna make it. How many days do we have? 100 days? Well, we might. That's pretty close. It's gonna be very tight, at least. Ooh, what do we got here? Egypt wants to establish military ties with our country. We'll guarantee Egypt. Sure. We'll be able to. So this will pull us into some war at some point. I'm sure of it. That'll be fun. That'll make something interesting at least. Um, how much debt did we just get? Holy hell. Oh wow, we may be going to war. What a trap that was. All right. I see why we took them over. That's incredible. Well now, Serbia. Me increasing the tax rate is not going to help that. That's so much debt. That's crazy. Well, there's going to be a way to bail on this. Where is it? We may have a civil war on our hands. Yeah, see, removing the puppet on Bosnia is not an option. I guess it is technically an option. They would hand us $67 trillion. All right, so if we're going to lose Bosnia anyway, or what's left of Bosnia, I think we get to claim this territory. Wait, this is some other republic? How does Serbia accrue 300 trillion in debt? That is crazy. All right, we're just going to default this. We'll go straight into a depression. This could get interesting. Somebody will go to war with us. We're just gonna default on it. We're not gonna pay that. There's no shot. Oh, really? So we don't have an OEF mission? Did we lose our puppets? So we did lose our puppets. Well, that's one way. That's a very interesting thing to have happen. Okay. Interesting. We still have 84 billion to pay though. Hmm. Let's see here. We lose our military spending. We can't increase our education. We can't do anything with our hospitals. All right, let's do this. We'll do political concessions. That'll wipe out half of this. France could save us. This is what, 67. Is that just $67,000 or 67 trillion? Because we're dealing in the trillion range right now. They want to leave the faction. That's up to them. All right, so our spending is more reasonable now. We did just get thrust out of Afghanistan. That's one way to leave, guys. I'm going to say way to go, Trump. All right, what are our political concessions of France? We'll go ahead and take that. And then the United Kingdom to balance France. Yeah, we'll take that as well. Well, that's a more manageable debt to GDP ratio. So it is going to absolutely crush our political power we could have had. Okay, so we don't know anything on the defaulted debt. We're just going to have to figure out how to pay back $84 trillion. There's a way and a will to do this. What is our interest rate? 15% right now. God, I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? We're going back up in taxes again for that. Gonna happen. All right, let's get another agent. Someone with different hair. She's got different hair. And then this guy in Iran, let's see. We can send the agent with the different hair. Let's go ahead and do that. Research slot available. Definitely want ordnance. Let's get that. We should be in the clear on this dude getting one of these exoskeletons. Go ahead and get that going. All right. Let's think about this. Let's think about what we can do immediately. Foreign investment will help lower this. Taxes will help as well. We're gonna switch to. Oh man, we can't build anything there. Except oil facilities. So let's go ahead and put oil there. We're going to keep up our Canadian investments. Then we're also going to bump our tax rate up. Back to an outrageous amount of money. And keep investing in Canada. We're just going to keep pumping trillions and trillions of dollars into Canada. See, okay, so we are able to be positive through this because of our lower spending. So we can keep our factories. It's just after this year, we're going to have to increase our spending. Honestly, this may work out. Because it did force me out of Afghanistan early. I won't actually be able to complete what I wanted, though. Which kind of is annoying. Like, didn't expect that. That was an unexpected 300 trillion. So that's not useful. This may have stuff pop up. F-35 programs out of the woods and water. Like, we can't invest in that. We'd be insane. I wonder if we'll still be able to do these events. Yeah, let's use this lady. And this lady as well. Trump. We're back up to 15%. With a crazy debt. After fighting to get us out of debt, Trump has now led us back further into debt. As the Republican Party lost their massive lead to still maintain a majority. What is land of opportunity? I don't think I've ever seen that. So how much influence do we actually have? We're under a great power. We're just a major power now. That's hilarious. Oh no. What's our influence? I'm gonna have to bump that up. Oh yeah, France and the UK Look at that. We're under half. At risk of us losing everything, I'm actually going to have to combat foreign influence. Gain nationalist support. Yeah, I'm not big on that. Lower stability. Canada. Oh, Canada hates us because our influence is dropping as a major power. So foreign investment is going to be less effective. Yeah, what is our actual? I'm curious. Oh, oh, dang. That's insane. That's the worst I've ever seen. I didn't look at this. I was scared. That's incredible. Where's our research? Yeah, how's our factory situation? We're at I was so close to getting influence on Canada too. The Kingdom of Serbia set such a good trap. Props, Serbia, props. I wonder if that was Serbia or Bosnia that actually set that up. It's impressive though. Yep. So we'll end this episode here. Looks like Bosnia got split. But anyway, thanks for watching. The United States playthrough continues with crazy events.